Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, February the 11th, 2022. To start off with, I just want to let everyone know that if you're interested, I'm hosting a webinar on Wednesday, February the 23rd, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. And the webinar is going to be all about how to take a small Forex trading account and grow it as quickly and safely as possible. Okay, and by a small account, I mean $1,000 or less. And it could apply to anyone. Maybe you have less than that. That's fine. For example, you might even be someone who could afford to open a larger account, but you're reluctant to do so before you can prove to yourself that you can consistently grow your account, right, before you commit any more funds. Or maybe you can only afford a small account in the first place, and that's fine, and you want that same information. Either way, that's what I'm going to be showing in the webinar, and there's a registration link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. One more thing. For those who register, there's going to be a link in the registration confirmation that gets sent to you, and it's for a free trading plan template that you can use. There's no strings attached or anything. It's just yours to keep. Make modifications to it if you wish. I'm giving you this because most people don't actually have a trading plan, and a trading plan is not optional. You have to have one, and I really hope that this helps you. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you a series of trades that set up just this past week alone using just one pattern. It's all you need, and I'll explain everything shortly. So I hope you like this video, and if so, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up by hitting the like button, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the button in the bottom right corner of the video. And let me know in the comments if you've ever been able to stick with trading just one pattern only in the past. And I mean for more than just a couple of days or months, okay? Just say yes or no and any other comment that you'd like to leave. All right, let's take a look. So I'm going to show you just this one pattern, okay? One pattern that we call a swing break rotation pattern. Now, before we look at it, you need to understand a bit more than just using a pattern, okay? We don't just use them kind of willy-nilly all over the place. That won't work. Among other things, for example, our trading, whether it's Darko's long-term trading service or my short-term trading service, we don't even consider a trade unless we're at a key level of support resistance on our higher time frame charts, okay? And the higher time frame that we look at will depend, it'll vary depending on the trading style. Okay, we use very specific time frame combinations to suit each style. Now, once price hits a level that we have marked off in advance, like we always know in advance where our levels are at, and we have tutorials on exactly how to pick those best levels out. Once that happens, then we start to look for a pattern. A pattern is a reaction at the support resistance level that turns into a recognizable price action setup. Okay, and that we have found to be profitable over and over again very consistently. And keep in mind that the trades I'm going to show you right now are from this week alone, February 7th to today, which is February the 10th as I'm recording this. Okay, I also want you to know this. Patterns come and go. Sometimes they just dry up. Although the ones that we use, that I'm going to be showing you here today, for example, they show up very frequently. Okay, but no matter what, we need to be very patient in waiting for a pattern to form properly. Okay, without patience, I mean, obviously there's no trading system that will work for you. You got to have patience. Okay, let's have a look. This is the pound Aussie pair. And so, what we do is we look for, are we at a level of support or resistance? Well, I'm going to skip all that part because that's not really what I want to show you here. I just want to show you the idea of using one pattern. Here's our entry time frame for scalping, short-term trading, whatever you want to call it. It's the 15-minute chart. And in this, around this circle, this is the swing break rotation that I talk about. So price goes down, up, and down, and as price breaks below, you see how it closes below and then it rallies up and closes higher. This is the rotation we look for. And then we buy a pullback, and we have levels, like specific areas that we like to buy it at. And here was the move up. This was over a 3-to-1 move. Okay, and by the way, I'll just tell you right here, this was a red flag news, which we are very, very aware of. So with your trade management protocols, there's no way this is a losing trade. In fact, like I say, it went up to over a 3-to-1 reward risk trade. So very nice on that. That was on the pound Oz. On the pound yen, I believe this was yesterday, the Wednesday. Yeah, so this is on February the 9th. So here's another example here. And again, like this, we come down to this black line here is a daily level, okay? So price drops, goes below it, and closes down below this low here, and then it goes up and closes above this high. So there's another kind of rotation that we look at. And again, the buying is very specific down into here. And I had this trade on, as did others, and this ended up to be a break-even trade. Why? Because of trade management protocols. Listen, we've said this so many times, trade management is the holy grail of trading. That trade management in this case here helped us avoid a full loss because we had our stop below here. You would have been stopped out for the whole enchilada right here. Didn't happen. It was a break-even trade. Okay, those kind of things make a huge difference in your account. Okay, now sometimes you'll get stopped out and it'll go straight up. Well, that happens, but you got to have a plan, right? You got to have some kind of a plan. British pound US dollar pair. Let's go to this one here again. So this one, let me just get this straight. Yeah, this was another. The red lines are my 4-hour levels, and in this case here, if I bring this back, we had. And by the way, those prior two trades I showed you were also a head and shoulders patterns, the way that we define them. And credit to Darko on this, by the way. Darko is the one that calls these a swing break rotation, and he has kind of specific rules to differentiate between a swing break rotation and a head and shoulders and a divergence. They're all very similar patterns, but there are some distinctions. Anyway, this one here, price goes down, closes below this low, and rallies up hard. It closes above everything. And we have very specific levels that we buy at, and I don't make this up. Like if it had only come down this far, we would not have been in. So you put your order in and you see what happens. And this got filled, great move up. Another nice, really fat, juicy little trade on that one. This was also divergence too, by the way, with the price was going lower. And if you use MACD on your charts, then you'll see that the MACD was actually going a little bit higher on that one as well. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. This was another one here. Let's just bring this up. What was this one all about? Well, this was a sell. Yeah, we had a 4-hour level of resistance up here, this red line. Okay. Price goes up, comes down, goes up, breaks above this high, and then look at this drop here, breaks below this low. We sold it. This was a sell right up into here. Perfect. And didn't make a lot, but it was there was mildly profitable, chopped around. This is rollover right here, this black vertical dotted line here. You want to be careful around there, but certainly not a losing trade in any event. Okay, so that was the CAD yen pair. So there you go, 4 swing break rotation trades from this week alone. There were actually 3 other trades that set up as well during this past week, and last week there were 2 other swing break rotations trades that set up. And like altogether this month, there's been 13 trades so far, 13 of the patterns that we look for, which is not very many patterns. They're pretty simple. But the whole point of this video is you do not need to be trading all of these patterns. In fact, that's usually a big mistake. The best advice I can give you is pick one pattern only, a pattern that really, it resonates with you. It stands out. You see it super easily. You see it in your sleep. And like I say, we only have a few, so it makes your job pretty easy. I know a lot of folks see divergence easily. That's another one. Well, if that's your pattern, that's what you should trade. This month, we've had 9 divergence trades. And look, I'm not saying they all make money all the time. They don't. That's trading. But they make money most of the time, or by using proper trade management, like I showed you with that British pound Japanese yen trade, we're very often able to either make it a break even or get the risk out of it so we don't lose our entire risk, 1-to-1. We can usually make that risk less. Not all the time, but quite often. And get the risk out of the trades. And then when those trades do go for you, they're awesome trades. Very nice reward risk. Often 3-to-1 or higher very quickly, like within a few hours. Okay? One more thing, in case you're wondering if this whole thing about trading just one pattern could actually work, I'll remind you that Darko, who, for those that don't know, he's my Coach's Corner partner, and he runs our long-term trading service. This is what he did. This is how he had his breakthrough. He traded just one pattern on one pair for one whole year. Just think about that. And he ended up with really amazing and profitable results. He had one small losing month being down 0.5%. That was it. Every other month was profitable, and he had a great year of trading. So I just want you to know how this idea of trading just one pattern can really work to your benefit. So I hope that helped you to understand that you absolutely do not need to be chasing around a whole bunch of patterns to trade. Okay, that will actually have a very detrimental effect on your account. Right? And just a reminder that I'm going to be doing a complete webinar on how to grow a small account quickly and as safely as possible. Just click on the link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. And when you register, you'll be provided with a link where you can grab a free copy of a trading plan template. And I would strongly encourage you to use it, mostly as it is, but feel free to make any minor changes so that it suits you and your own unique situation. Okay, thanks again, everyone. Wishing you all a great weekend. Take care.